This podcast is hosted on podhome.fm, the most modern podcast hosting platform. Podhome offers unlimited episodes and podcasts, and unlimited use of Podhome AI, which generates transcripts, clips, chapters, title suggestions, show notes, and much more. And all of that for just $15.99 a month or $185 per year. That's a steal. So go to podhome.fm and start your 30-day trial now. And enjoy the show with Joe.
Transmitting live from the Asylum studios, deep in the bowels of Southwest Texas, it's the Joe Rooz Show. The show where we talk about anything and everything. Where nothing is sacred, nothing is watered down, and nothing is PC.
All righty. Hey, folks, this is Joe Rooz. It is Wednesday, the 18th of March, 2026. And it is great to be with you once again, transmitting live at the Asylum and doing the very best we can to bring you the best quality talk radio we could muster without all the bluster. Welcome to the Joe Rooz Show. All righty, folks. Man, hope you guys are having a great day today. Had a busy day at the office and barely got here to the Asylum on time to do the show today. And we did start just a little bit late today, so the streak has thus been broken. And we have a slight change of plan tonight. We were going to have, in the first hour, we were going to have our guest, Donovan Pyle. But Donovan is apparently unavailable for the show tonight. So, our second hour guest will be joining us here momentarily. And wait till you see who it is. It's been a bit since our second hour guest has been here with us. But we're looking forward to having a great conversation with him, as always. All right. But before we get into all of that stuff, let's do some of the usual housekeeping. All right. First of all, if you would, please head over to our website, joerooz.com. That's joerooz.com. And when you get over there, please make sure you look for that contact section. It's up in the little pancake in the right corner of your screen. Just open that thing up, open up the window, and send us over a message. Let us know whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, any questions, comments, cares, concerns you might have. Maybe you have a complaint. You really shouldn't, but maybe you do. We will, of course, give that the full attention it deserves when we receive that. And then, of course, maybe you have a suggestion for a guest or maybe a topic of discussion for one of the shows. You can drop all of that stuff right there in the contact form. Now, if you don't want to use the contact form, and I don't blame you, it has that CAPTCHA thing. I hate the stupid CAPTCHA thing, but if you don't want to use that, that's where we have an email address. You can email me directly at info@joerooz.com. That's info@joerooz.com. Ooh, the coffee's coming up here a little bit. Also, if you would think about it, you could use a little comment section right down there below if you're watching on Rumble or on YouTube. We would love to get your comments there. It's always great to have some comments. We like to read them. They're amusing. Some of the times they're amusing. Sometimes they're really good. We appreciate them. We really do. So leave a comment for us. Let us know what you think. Any concerns you might have, we want to hear about it. Also, please don't forget that this is a live show. Weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then don't forget our Sunday show every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. Don't forget, very important, we start our Bible study. We're doing our Bible study Sunday. And we recently started our little jaunt through the book of Revelation. And we are coming to Revelation chapter 5 this coming Sunday, and we are really looking forward to getting into that study. It's been really good so far. It's been very fruitful. Got a lot of really good feedback from folks, and I really do appreciate the comments and the feedback from it. So thank you very, very much. Also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the show with your friends, your family, and your followers. That way you'll help us to spread the love, spread the joy of the Joe Rooz Show all around. As far as you can send it, we would really appreciate it. Things have been good. To be honest with you, we've been getting some good numbers on our downloads, and and we picked up a few new followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call it, on Rumble and for some reason YouTube also. People are still following on YouTube. I still don't understand why, but we love you. We love Rumble, and that's where we are, and that's where we want to stay. So please come on over and join us over here at Rumble. You can do it very easy. It's free. Just go to rumble.com/Joe Rooz, and you can sign up right there. And we would love to have you there with us because it's beautiful here. I tell you all the time, but you don't listen to me. Nobody wants to listen. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful 72 degrees every day. White billowy clouds in that crystal blue sky. The palms are swaying in the breeze. It is a beautiful place, Rumble. Come on over. You'll like it here. The water's beautiful. All right? All right. Well, tonight we have a surprise. Like I said, our original guest, first hour guest, Donovan Pyle, is unable to be with us here tonight. So second hour guest is jumping into the fray. And let's bring in the one and the only Mr. W, Wayne Rankin.
Out of the bullpen.
From the People's Republic of Washington State. Wayne, how the hell are you, buddy? Haven't had you on the show in a bit. How's things going?
Overtaxed and underappreciated.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Hey, listen, I want to do something with you, okay? I want to ask you something. These are questions that I usually ask every guest that comes on the show. They change every week. I do a different set of questions. But I'm curious because I'm pretty sure you were going to have some story attached to both of these questions. All right? So the first question I want to ask you is, what is the most random skill you have that almost never comes up in a conversation?
Oh, let me see. Random skill. I tool guy. Let me see. Chicken plucker. I have a chicken farm. I got this really cool thing you put on a drill that takes all the feathers right off of that sucker. It's not random, man. That's expertise.
I was not expecting chicken plucker.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So tell us about chicken plucking, buddy.
Well, we do on the compound up here, which silver and gold I do not have, but food I do have. In fact, I went to my doctor today. I'm dealing with some, like I said, Guillermo del Toro, if I'm not saying it right, he did the movie Frankenstein. I should be getting my parts back real soon.
Nice. Man,
I got to go another MRI tomorrow. It's just getting, it's just fun. It's going and doing these different body parts all over the place. But living up here, I have a great I don't know how to knack. I guess I'll go back to my parents. My parents are from the deep Appalachia. If I started a book, my parents picked cotton during the Depression in Appalachia. That'd be the first sentence.
So why don't you write the book?
There, ma'am. I'm working on that very much so. I got some stuff I'm going to be working on. I got so many things I'm working on, but learned how to farm from them, even though we were outside of Detroit. Picture this. If you did Google now, and it was the 70s, you see these, like, I was born in Detroit. I grew up in Livonia, which Livonia is like 5 miles from the Detroit city limits. So you go to Google, and we had a house just like the rest of the outlining suburbs of an urban city. But we got a double lot, and the whole L-shaped double lot was corn and everything else, maters, corns, peas. And Michigan's great because they have so much moisture and dew. You don't have to water them like you do in maybe out here in Washington or Texas. So they have their own natural water. It all grows, vital. So I'll pass that on. But I have just the ways of doing my farming. People go, how do you get eggs in the wintertime? I go, well, it's all about dirt. And I know how to work dirt, how to tend it. It's another one. I just have these things I learn. I just like to learn things. And this one guy on YouTube, he says how to feed your chickens without feed. And it's just turning your dirt. And my dirt was a former river. I had a river next to me, which was a pond. The state of Washington, there's a Salmon Enhancement Act. And so I put in for a grant. And the most wonderful part of this grant, my ex-wife had to sign a check. And my buddy's always not surprised, man. It was $1 million improvement, and the part of the river is my property. And so they said when they shocked the fish, got rid of the fish, this big huge culvert. It's a big huge metal thing where the water comes out of. Okay. And so they got rid of the culvert, put a bridge over the a road because it was just a dirt bridge over the culvert. And when they said part of the contract was, do you want the dirt from the pond? So think of how many generations of everything, of minerals and fish.
Sure.
So that's my whole property. So I grow stuff really incredible, but part of it is having chickens. So they have eggs all the time year round. But just like economics, Joe, if you got like 6 roosters and I go, boys, we're going in a different direction. I'm not seeing no eggs, but you're eating a lot of feed. So that's where my chicken plucking comes in. You know,
right. Now you see
Mr. Tweedy's farm with Mel Gibson.
So you turn the soil, which helps feed the chickens, right?
Yeah.
But isn't the soil up there like kind of more like clay than
some parts? They call it glacial till, and that's down towards Mount Rainier. But up where I'm at, we're in a mountain, and so the stream there's I'm going to do some prospecting for real because I have the mineral rights here. But it's just the rivers are different up here because you're coming from fresh mountain dirt and sediment and everything, and so that dirt was just, who knows how long that pond was there for ages. And so all of the natural fertilizers, in fact, Wayne's got more fertilizer than what we're not going to be getting from this disaster over here in Iran, because over in Iran, that area, we can't get fertilizer coming this way. It's part of the whole deal. We'll talk about that later. But Wayne's got fertilizer along with the BS I put in there and the chickens. I get a great farm.
You are the master of BS.
So it's just, but here's the thing: I got food. We got food, man. I got food, and I made some other I barter a lot, and so I got some good bartering going. And I bartered a guy 2 trees for an elk this fall on his property. So he has a property that boundaries 40 acres, a game refuge. And they come through. He goes, Wayne, come on out. He's a postal guy like me, retired, because we got to get you an elk year. I go, this year elk will be back in the menu, Joe. And so I'm going to make some elk jerky and mail it to you. I got a bunch of stuff I'm doing. So
I like
jerky maker too. Yeah.
I like elk meat, actually. It's
incredible.
Not bad.
So I will have some.
It's very rich.
I'm going to have sending it to you. And he's got a deal all set up for me and Rose. She's actually been on six successful elk hunts herself. She's rendered and fabricated about 6 elk herself. So nice. I got a couple. So I don't know what the word is. Just whatever my buddy calls me, this not the whole handyman stuff. I know a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff I like is, he says I'm practical. I'm very practical. Yeah, very practical how I do things, and I know motors and this and that and everything like that. So, but like I say,
what do they call that? Like a journeyman or something like that?
A journeyman, yeah. Okay. The whole jack of trades, and I'm actually pretty good at most of them. The Lord has blessed me really well, and just if I don't know it, I'll look it up. I will get down to see how this works or how to fix these things. And there's one for you. We got a new refrigerator freezer. We had the water dispenser thing. The guy goes $600 to put it in. I went and got the thing, the tube, the tube from Home Depot, $25. I crawled under the house, drilled a hole, had wife, $25. He wanted $600.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I've done that over and over and over. I put somebody said, yeah, I put $40,000 into my house, but I did. See, I'm a carpenter too. Carpenter, welder, farmer, mechanic. So I probably put 6 figures into the value of it. But I live up in the mountains, and I have my own. I shouldn't say too much, maybe. No, I have my own water. How about little Frank? Oh, Hank Jr., you will not be able to run me out or starve me out.
All right.
There's no way. Nobody's going to starve me out.
And that's true,
There's
though.
No way.
No, that's true.
I have a stream. I have a stream too, and I have a well. I'm getting one of those little house on the prairie things real soon. So if the power goes out, Wayne's got water.
And I got water pump there. That's good.
Yeah, and I have several thousands of gallons. At church years ago, they were calling me Burt Gummer. If you know Burt Gummer from the Trimmers series, you have to watch it. Go to the Trimmers. You're Burt Gummer, man. He's a survivalist guy.
That has to be a Pacific Northwest thing.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Tremors. It's a movie. Tremors. You can look it up and to see the
Tremors.
The movie Tremors.
Shaking.
Well, Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
Kevin Bacon and Burt Ward. They were Burt and Val, and so
wasn't the dad from Family Ties in that too?
Yeah, that's Burt Gummer.
Okay. All right.
He said it was unbelievable, me going to the nicest father in the world to this survivalist, tinfoil hat wearing guy out in the desert. And all I remember the best line of the movie is he goes, they busted into his basement. He blew them away and did massive worms. He goes, 10,000 gallons of water, 5,000 gallons of fuel, 15,000 MREs, damn underground worms. He figured everything out.
I was waiting to hear it. It's, we have half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. To add that into it, and just
exactly. But
the old Blues Brothers.
So, Mr. Joe, a lot has happened since our last two engagements.
But wait, before we get into that, I have one more for you. Hold on, one more.
Bring it on, man. Bring it on.
So, what's the dumbest way you've ever hurt yourself?
Oh gosh. Well, I don't know.
Now, I know there's a story in this,
but it's a movie like. Okay, up in the woods, I have what I call deer blind and like for the kids to hang out, but it's up there high, and I had a wooden platform, and it was getting old, and I was going to go check it out. So I crawl it out, so like on all forms, Jill, literally, just like Bruce Willis in the movie, I went the ground, and I landed on all fours. I looked around. Although not on the knees, but it went just like the movies. I'm crawling over this plywood, which I shouldn't have done. I should just went from underneath and just took it out like this. Yeah. I'll just crawl over and see what it looks like up there. I'm going to crawl. And it was
you're an advenur's kind of guy, so
I went down. I do bounce, so even though it's like my buddies. We're in a fish club the other day. Me and Red, we went and helped put in a big, huge pen on the saltwater up north of Tacoma. And they're putting like 100,000 Chinook salmon in here. So here she is with like 36 guys, and she's in there. She's tying, like we put it together. She's in with her waiters. They're putting these little float looking thing. It's a square thing. And I'm doing it the opposite way, but it floats like this and put nets in it. Then nets up. She's in there for hours, just snapping away and doing it and everything like that. So, and the funny thing about it was when, we signed up for this fish club. We're in the South Sound, Pacific Puget Sound Anglers. And so we went up to Gig Harbor and signed up to there. And the guy, he couldn't get it straight. So when he says, is your dad signing up too, to Rosanna? Is your dad signing up? And she says, no, that's Wayne. He goes, I'm confused. That's my husband. I thought that was your dad. And he introduced us to Rosanna and her dad. Can I tell you what the guy? Because you've seen her, she's a the guy's in the dad.
For those of you who don't understand, Wayne has robbed the cradle on this one, and
yeah, pretty good. And so, but when he said that, the younger guy goes, I hear the younger guy going, "Oh hell yeah, give me one of these." I go, okay.
Wayne is like a cartoon character. He has all these different emotions and voices and facial expressions that he throws into these things, and sometimes you don't know what the real Wayne is.
Oh, I know. But and it helps. Our first date I was doing open mic comedy, so
not our first date, by the way.
No, our first date, me and Red, and so Rosanna, and so I guess so. My late wife, beautiful, from Joe's old neighborhood, literally from Brooklyn, beautiful lady from mixed backgrounds, a pizza bagel, Italian Jew, and so she looked like Sophia Loren, man. She was a model and everything. The guy, how do you do this? I go, comedy. Comedy ggets that every time, man. Women love funny guys. Women love funny men, and I'm only 5'9", and if I pull my hair up enough, it's 10, 5'10". But they love guys that laugh and make them how to laugh and everything like that. I haven't got time for the bluster at this my age. There's no time for bluster here. Man, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you are
but plucking chickens and falling through 12 feet of plywood onto the ground.
It's amazing you're still with us.
Oh, I know. That's what everybody said. I go, the Frankenstein monster. He wants his parts back. So, but life on the farm, it's coming. It's starting to thaw out here. In the sense of thawing out, it's raining more, and soon the farm. I'm going to start prepping the farm.
Okay. How's Squatch doing?
Oh, they got it. They got last week. They got a really good. Well, they said the aliens are here for sure. That's what I heard from Obama and Trump and others. They got us for the aliens going, but I think he's going to make appearances so he doesn't get overshadowed.
You think so?
Definitely. He's going to come out and make his big, like freaking Rockettes coming out, 2 or 3 of them, These guys aren't getting our publicity. Damn it. We've been out here for hundreds of years. These guys show up. They're out of towners, bastards. You know.
What? Yeah. Well,
Look, I'll put it on politically incorrect. Them damn aliens are taking our jobs. Larch, did you hear that? Roar. You know.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do this. Why do I subject myself and the audience to you? Sometimes I don't know. But hey, listen. So what's going on up there now? What's the situation? I know that the last time we spoke, there was a lot of things going on in Washington State on its own. Aside from the fact that stuff going on geopolitically, but
okay,
give us the rundown. What's happening
politically? We feel like someone who's been run over, the citizens. And there's a couple shows that are really putting it together. A guy named John Curley, he brings down people on both sides, but they just passed a millionaire income tax. Okay, that's not good. It's coming to us. Our state constitution, you can't forbids
it, but it's only 9.9%.
Oh, I know. And the judge ruled, well, it's constitutional now. In the state of Washington, Bob Ferguson, he literally has carte blanche. There's so many Democrats. It doesn't matter what it is. And I just went and got my hunting license that was $46 last year. Was now $78.
Jeez.
And so the fishing license went up 38%. These are small things. My taxes went up from $3,000 to $7,000. Joe Burrow, not Joe Burrow, who's that guy? Sam Darnold, our quarterback, won the Super Bowl and everything. He had to pay $78,000 in taxes down in California. And now all these football players that signed to free agents because they came to Washington because there's no income tax. They're like, wait a second, man. We're going to get hosed. Yeah, they didn't. This Bob Ferguson, we have an $80 billion budget, and we still have, what is it? Is it a downfall, or what do they call it when you don't have enough? That's what we don't have enough. We get $850 million a year surplus, and it's gone. There's so much fraud. There's so much fraud and corruption in Washington State. It's unbelievable. So the money from the fishing license goes to the general fund. Everything goes to what's the general fund? Well, it goes on for arts and crafts and, kids and, yeah.
All the wonderful social programs that they offer, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm seriously told her, I said, I can't go on much longer this. I mean, I'm getting, my property taxes eat my first 3 checks in a month of the year.
That's ridiculous.
I'm retired. Like I said, there's nobody going to hire me with former cancer. I can't work 40 hours. I'm done. It's like I did 35 on a back dock, freezing, construction, fire. I'm done physically working.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Do you own the property like outright, no mortgage or anything?
Yeah. Well, I own the mortgage. I own the deed and everything, but I have a long story short. I had to take some loans out because I was forced out of work at 46 years old, and I forced out. But long story short, there was a case on this, and about 20,000 postal workers were let go or forced out like I was, and I won the case. It's Wayne Rankin versus United States Postal Service, and I won the case, the liability. So those 14 years, which I was cramming all of that, man, I knew how to invest, Joe. I did. I have some high school buddies that help me because they're just great guys. My buddy, he goes, I made enough money, Wayne. I want you to help. I want to help you too. I'll tell you, he makes a lot of money, so he's helping me put in this and this and this, and I'm managing it, figuring it all out. I would have came out with about $1 million, and so I couldn't. But 46 sounds like a lot, but 160,000, it's gone after 20 years, and so that 17 years, I've been battling almost check to check because I lost my cream, and I've served my country. I like you served your country. I feel I was in the Postal Service, aviation security after 9/11, and did all the things I did. And there's still, I just got the kick in the crotch about a few weeks ago where they're supposed to have an announcement on what the spreadsheets are, or who gets paid what. And I'm up at the top of the list of who would get paid first. The cases started in May 06. My case was June 1st, 06. So I went in 30 days of the first cases to 2011, but it would go to me being 62 years old. You do the math. I'll tell you, 16 years times 60.
16 times 60.
$1,000. 16 times 6, even 10 times 60. And that didn't include my back pay, this and this. It was $1 million. And this got it. Well, the so-and-so Postal Service lawyers went to the EEOC, the Unequal Employment Opportunity Commission, and whoever, and they made another appeal. It will be held up for 12 to 36 months. It's already been 2018 that the lawsuit started. The case started. I'm really discouraged. I'm discouraged where I might just sell this place here, but I have 4 acres in the back. So I can always sell my house in the river, but I still have 4 acres. It's 2 different. So yeah, why I owe Joe, just like the mafia, you know what I'm talking about. I'm owed more money than I owe, if that makes sense. I'm owed way more money, and that money that would have been, I would have everything paid off 10 times over.
Right.
And it's like I did everything right, but my country stabbed me in the back. Surprise. Surprise.
Shock and
yeah,
awe.
I had it paid off. But I had to put another side mortgage on it. And, doggone, my gosh, by golly. So I actually have it for, if I pass away, it's in my I have a postal life insurance. Pay it off then. I'm not going to pay it off now. I'm serious. I'm going to be rebellious. If like I said, I have some investments coming in. I'm going to use that for me. I'm living. And Rosanna said, I'll just pay it off after you pass. But it sucks. A lot of guys are in the same. Her brother, 3 tours, not 1, but 2, but 3, piece of metal in his back. He told me, they told me they overpaid me. I owe 10% for the next 20 years. Air Force, 3 deployments. Over and over the cases I'm hearing. We're just starting to get like discouraged. And here in Washington alone, the taxes are they're beating us to death. And he knows it too. We wouldn't take him to court, but like we voted that we had a thing, Joe. This is very important. We had a $30 license tab thing for certain cars across the board, and we won it 7-3 in the voting. Well, they took it to court, and the judge ruled against us. So there's no republic here. No, there's no republic. That's not a republic. Now, don't give me no democracy crap. No, we're not a democracy. That's a crap line. But republic. So let's just say it. Okay, there's 1,700,000 to 300,000. Just go over the numbers. Yes, we won it. And so the governor takes it to the court, and the judge goes, right, snap. I'm paying $89 on my 1996 Ford Ranger. 1996.
That's
$89.
That's crazy.
But see, the thing is, in Washington, they put another tax and law. If you don't have your tabs within 30 days, it's jail time. You can go to jail, not just a ticket, but you could go whatever. What? Orwell, where you at, man? George, you were right. You were right, man.
That's if you're caught driving around like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the thing is,
not like if you park your car on your property and you're just leaving it there and you don't renew the tags and they can't come onto your property.
But you have some blue state snitch all the time. I live up in the mountains, so if you're going to be a blue snitch, come up my driveway. Never seen the guy. I haven't seen him.
Sasquatch.
What's that fresh pile over there? Chickens. It's a chicken mount.
Sasquatch must have got him.
Sasquatch probably did, man. He's tired of the taxes too. So, but that's us. Washington. We're just really even people. They think 50,000 is affluent in this state.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not even. I don't even think that's the median income in the entire country.
No, they think anymore. It's like 50,000. Well, like my son makes 50 and his wife makes 50. Well, we're going to really get those guys. So, and now here's one for you. My dear wife. Okay, listen, everybody. Listen to this one. My wife, who has a full-time, high-paying job, is going to go down to part-time. Because if she goes down to part-time, what I get for my pension will keep us under the tax bracket. We'll freaking pay less and have more. Do that. Is that crazy, Joe?
That's
insane. That's Rubik's Cube. Crazy, isn't it?
But you have to. But unfortunately, though, they created an environment where you have to do stuff like that.
Yeah. So when it comes into the taxes next year, we'll get money back, which we won't if she's doing full time.
How does that affect her benefits and retirement and all that stuff?
When she's working? It's all the same. She still gets. It's called this part time. Where she works. If it's non part time, whatever, she would. No, she still keeps. They consider that part time. Permanent status and everything else. So it's 6 hours to 8. That's all. That's the only difference. So yeah, I go great. Isn't it crazy? Well, actually, like I said, takes less out of her check. This. It's like those 2 hours are going to the state anyhow. So we'll get our tax bracket changed, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't it? This year let me see. What was it again? How did I put it? My property taxes went up, and my check went down this year. Retired Postal Service. I'm getting $100 less a month.
Why is that? Did they give you a reason?
Oh yeah, they did. Because I turned 65, and now the medical insurance has gone up $100. They figured on the clock. The dude's on the clock, man. We're gonna pay for those.
I thought you said it.
Yeah, we're gonna pay for those. Hemorrhoid surgery. Whatever. It's going to cost that old bastard. And
That's insane. That's insane.
But it's discouraging. People are leaving Washington by droves. Millionaires, they're gone.
Well, that's not just in Washington, though. A lot of the blue states are dealing with that, the mass exodus.
Yes. Well, here's one. Final, well, not final, but the big one. Starbucks is leaving.
Jeez, Starbucks.
That's what he said. I just read today that Starbucks, their main corporate office in Seattle is going.
And where are they going to go?
First thing you know, Jed's not a millionaire. Said Tennessee is where you got to go. Everybody's going to Tennessee here.
Wow.
Everybody's heading to Tennessee or Texas. TNT, baby. Texas or Tennessee. Then another guy.
If you're listening and you're in Washington and you're looking to move to get away and you're coming to Texas, do not Washington my Texas.
No, exactly.
Leave your politics where it is.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we had some more blue state people move up the road here, and it's like, okay. They called on the neighbor next door for having his fire was too early and late in this, whatever. It was too dry or whatever or something like that. But this, I said, really? So I'm debating. I don't know where I'd go. I got two places. I'm not sure. I found a place in Utah, and then another place. Let me see. Forget Idaho, because Idaho, everybody's going there. But there's a place in Utah up in the middle of nowheres, and South Dakota. I don't know. But
you should look at the Texas Hill Country.
Too hot. Oh, she hated Texas. She lived here. She hated Texas. She hated it.
I forgot. Yes, I forgot.
12 years or 14 years in Texas. You can't do that. No. So that's the Washington part. Just a lot of different, I'm 65. I am the populated now part, the in part. So 65 to 75 is the mass part of this country now. Mm-hmm. The baby boomers. I'm 1961. That's 51. You can go to 45, 46. But from 65 to 80, but 65 to 75, it's still, I consider people are mobile. We're getting hosed. We're getting freaking hosed on our retirements. And, last thing, state of Washington. They robbed the firemen and the police pension funds. They said it, too. We're taking money out of firemen and police pension funds. No, not even a break in the nothing. Just...
That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's horrible.
The governor signed it.
That is horrible. Talking about the Exodus, I was looking on. I was reading Red State today, and I saw an article on Red State that Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, is actually begging people that left New York to go to places like Florida and Tennessee and New York and Texas and all that stuff, begging them to come back to New York. And she's so desperate, she's actually going to Florida to hold a fundraiser because all of the affluent people that are leaving New York are going to Florida. So a New York governor holding a fundraiser in Florida to get former New Yorkers to come back to New York. Think about that. And then she used a very interesting word, by the way. I wish if I would have thought of that, I would have had the article available to read it to you. But she used a very interesting word, and she was talking about these people that work during COVID. They worked from remote, right? So a lot of these people aren't going back
in their PJs. Yeah,
right. So a lot of these people aren't going back to work in the office spaces. They're actually leaving New York, and so she referred to them as, you ready for this? This is the word that she used: captives. That's what your Democratic Party thinks of you, as somebody who's a working class person that pays taxes into these ridiculously bloated systems in these blue states. Right. They look at you like you're captives. How dare you try to leave?
Yeah.
How dare you try to escape? That's how they look at you. Isn't that disgusting? That's horrible.
The party of name callers.
Well, that's all they have, because they have no ideas.
Name caller. They have no ideas. So when I went to North Carolina, I went to help with this hurricane back there, with a bad one, the one 2 years. It was now 2 years ago. And there's a name for people that from New York, and they go to Florida, and they come back, and they only go to North Carolina. They're called halfbacks.
What?
New Yorker, yeah, halfbacks. These New Yorkers are called halfbacks.
Just going halfway back.
They halfway back. I was thinking, man, what, Barry Sanders? What, Emmett Smith? Halfbacks. And so, yeah,
I guess that kind of makes sense.
From New York to Florida, and
they
couldn't go any further, so they stopped in North Carolina. Let's take this red state away. So yeah, halfbacks up there. So
that's so fun. I like that though. It's good. It's a good term. I do like it.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, folks. I'm playing with my earpieces. My in ears are for some reason not sitting well, and they keep on popping out every time I smile. So let me not smile anymore. But
that's on the Washington front. On the national front, actually, the national front, I had some friends from Israel that were they were coming to visit me. He's a born American. Okay, let's get this all straight. Let's not.
Oh, is this the one you were telling me about?
Yeah. Let's not go Tucker Carlson or whoever and other sides. I'm not getting involved with all that stuff either. And so he's born and raised here, Washington City. Olympia City, this part of it, right here, Olympia. And so he's been there, 80s, with the 80s, 90s. So it's 30, 40 years, right? And so born, and his kids met a woman there. She's a Christian, but she was Jewish, whatever. We'll call it. Him and his son are coming. They can't get out of the country. There's no flights going in. There's no nothing. It's a mess. So, but just like I said, I was thinking today, even if I wasn't going to get on the show or just talk to you soon, I was going to call you on. Joe, there's a lot of different opinions we have. And I'm going to the men's Bible study tomorrow. I'm going to be a pilgrim in a holy land with that bunch, man. These guys
you've told me some horror stories about those Bible studies.
I've been thrown out of 4 of them. I'm very proudly to say that I've been thrown out of 4, at least 3 or 4. Okay,
it's a badge of honor.
Well, not a pre-tribber. I still love Joe. He loves me. We're all cool. We'll go up to whatever time it happens. It's not that. I just tell people it's not that. I'm just saying, stay focused.
Well, before you even go on, before you even go on with that, and the thing is, you see, you can have doctrinal differences on things.
Absolutely, you should. If it's
But close. as long as you agree on the most important doctrine, and that is that you are saved by the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ.
It's the cross.
That's all there is to it. Then
it's the cross.
Everything else is secondary.
Guys, it is the cross. It's totally. So I got this bag of 300 little baby little Jesuses I've been passing around. In fact, Seattle Seahawks, the coach, he went to the Raiders. They purged him. Clint Kubiak, he bought Bibles for the whole team at Christmas.
It's probably why they got rid of him.
Well, he's got to go to Sin City there. And so, no, really good guy. And John Schneider, our GM, was throwing out he's born in Catholic. He said, I'm a solid Catholic, love Jesus. He's throwing these little Jesuses out. So I got a bag of about 300, so I'm passing them out. I'm going to, wherever, I'm going to tell people, it's like, you know what? Hang in there. I'm really good at giving this, not motivational, just encouraging stuff.
Yeah.
Man, because I told a guy the other day, I said, yeah, I've lost $1 million nest egg, a wife, lost her, passed away, 3 heart attacks, 6 stents, 2 car crashes, all this stuff. I go, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
And you say it so easily, right? Yeah. But people need to understand that it takes a lot to feel like that and to think that, and to understand it. When you go through, you run down a checklist like everything you've been through, and a lot of that was recent too. A lot of it was recent.
The car crash. I'm still feeling. I'm hurting so bad from that car crash.
Yeah. Hey, Monday, I Humpty Dumpty. Monday, I did a show.
Everybody says Humpty Dumpty. That's a 17th Humpty Dumpty I've been called.
Well,
go ahead.
Kind of look like, especially with the whiteout on the face there. So Monday, if you haven't checked out the show yet, you should check out the show Monday. I interviewed a Roman Catholic deacon, and we had a great conversation. We didn't really get into anything theological, doctrinal.
No.
I wanted to hear about his charity work that he's doing, and he's doing incredible work with homeless women, pregnant women, and he's opened up several homes for them. no charge whatsoever, totally free for them. And one of the main things that came up with the whole thing is, as all these Christian denominations that were part of, look, you're a Christian, I'm a Christian. We hear it all the time. Everybody talks about doing stuff, but nobody steps out and does it. Here's a guy in a different religious background, denomination altogether. I don't. This is not a disparaging mark against Catholics. My family's Catholic, and I love the Catholic people, and it's not them that the problem is with. It's their theological system, but it's just I don't consider Catholic faith Christian. So that's when I say it's a totally different denominational background.
It is.
But here they are out there doing that and doing stuff like this. You don't really hear much. You may hear a little spattering here or there about some group doing something, but you don't really hear a lot of it in the Bible-believing, born-again Christian communities. So it was a great conversation, and if you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. It was Monday's show. It was Kevin Cummings was the guest. Really nice guy. We had a great conversation. Really enjoyed it, and we spoke after the show about a few things. But great guy, great conversation, and that's important. That type of stuff is important. We all talk the game, but nobody ever steps out and does anything about it. And here you are.
Like I say, I got this Bible study group I go to, and they are lockstep. George Bush is the second. I mean, they're this old school Republican, no matter what. I've said, you guys, it's always, if we get these guys in, the things are going to change. Guys, it's like, I told it one time, it's like professional wrestling. You got the Sheik and the Bruiser. The Sheik's going to come out, he's going to maul the Bruiser. The Bruiser comes out, he's going to maul the Sheik, and they're both going out and having a beer later. That's it.
Yeah.
This is the red, blue, Democratic, Republic.
There's no difference between the parties anymore.
George, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying it's one party. It's not even.
Yeah, I got two lines. One was George Carlin. He goes, they're in the big organizational group, and you're not invited. Another one I got is, if you're not invited, you're on the menu.
That's, well, when you talk about Democrats, you're probably very true.
Absolutely. Here we're on the menu. It's amazing. We're losing laws here. We're losing real rights. It's getting crazier, and just small things. I tell people stuff. I go, man, I had Jewish people in my family. And I'm not going to. Right now is the big thing. Who's a Jew? Who's not a Jew? I got it. You know what? I had people that I was related to through my family that died in the Holocaust. And my late wife was incredible in how she wrote on in college in the 60s, 70s. Might have been high school. She was late 60s. And she did an incredible thesis on the Holocaust and how it started. And she says once they started dehumanizing these people, make them invaluable, then make them the enemy, you can go put a gun to a 4-year-old's head. No problem. So different than Islam. All these guys are all the same, And so it's like I'm seeing some of the small things I'm telling people. And I'm the boo monster, and Mr. whatever this, Mr. Tin Hut. One guy told me, he said, man, Wayne, I used to listen to you like 10 years ago. I thought you were whack job. He goes, you nailed it. Everything you've said, not almost everything you came and said, look out, guys. Let's look out. I'm saying, look out. This is changing. This is, deputy dog here. I'm smelling it out, man. This doesn't seem right. You're a detective. I did some detective work. It's like, this ain't right. There's something behind that. There's one of the movies. It's one of the Left Behind movies, and I use this all the time, Joe. And I'm going to use this. The guy meets the Cameron, whatever his name is, Kirk Cameron character, whatever he's called there. Cameron something was his name in the movie, and it was Dirk Burton. He was like the whack job Area 51 guy, blah 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 blah. Right. And it was like he's going. This guy had the formula for the food and everything, and the Antichrist is going to get this formula. We already see this coming. But they meet in the old warehouse. He goes, Dirk, I'm Rosenzweig, man. Tell him about me. Tell him about me. What's going on with him? He goes, He's a good guy. He goes, he may be, but it's the guys behind him. And they were bankers setting up. They were setting his they were paying for his, research and everything like that. Oh yeah, we'll pay for everything. The Eden Project is going to put food all over the earth, and so I said, that's the guy I'm trusting right there. It's Dirk Burton. It's the guy behind them. These guys behind them, and it's always these guys behind them. The guys can have a great formula or great something. It's like there's a thing organization called Mothers Against Drunk Driving. The mother whose daughter was killed and started off, they kicked her out. They kicked her out for whatever. It's a 401(c) multi-million-dollar business now. It's the guys behind them. So, but
so
country-wise, country-wise,
we got 10 minutes left. We got 10 minutes left. I know you wanted to talk about what's going on.
I would like to ask you a couple questions or scenarios. I'm going to roll the movie. It says 6 months earlier or a year earlier. I was sitting there just going with that face. I was watching Trump. It was at, I think, Madison Square Garden. Don't quote me. It was Trump, Robert Kennedy, Kid Rock, Elon Musk, Dana White, Tulsi Gabbard, and a couple of those other cool people I can't remember. I'm going, all right, man, I think we're on to this. And they were fired up, and they had, spit and vinegar, and I'm going, this looks like a good ensemble here. I think what he's talking about there. I mean, Dana White, Trump helped him get his fights where he's almost going bankrupt in Trump City or whatever it's called, Casino City there in New Jersey. I don't know which town it was. Atlantic City, I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it was Atlantic City.
Okay, yeah. And so I'm going, I felt this, not naive likewise. I still always have that little thing in the back of my head, but maybe it's the guys behind him. Chaim Rosenzweig theory. I call it the Chaim Rosenzweig theory or whatever I got going. And man, I'm not feeling it this week. I'm just not feeling that, Kid Rock out there blasting tunes, and it's like fiddlesticks. I just feel a little discouraged, and disappointment. And I guess, which way is this going to go? Which direction is this going to go? And, when you start putting boots on the ground, I know my buddy's grandson is in that. I know some people who have those boots on the ground in their families. So everybody should listen to a song by Bob Seger. Here's an assignment for everybody. Bob Seger, 2 + 2 is on my mind. I want the whole class to listen to it if I come back next Wednesday. And there's a line in there, and if you should catch it, but if not, I'll have it written down for the next time. That's a work assignment, a homework assignment. 2 + 2 is on my mind, or 2 + 2, Bob Seger, and it's not like a song it's a story. The whole song, every verse is different. So I just feel a little like, well, I'm going to go cut some chickens up,
Well, that's a good therapy, but I think there's something changed somewhere along the way. And we all have our theories as to what it is. Some are popular, some are not popular. Really don't want to get too deep into that, especially with only a few minutes left to the show.
Right.
Something definitely changed. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I'm not disappointed. The president ran on a platform of no wars, no never-ending wars, and stopping wars. And he was on the track for a while there. He's doing everything he could to stop as many conflicts around the world as he possibly could.
Right.
Again, I don't really necessarily believe that that's our responsibility as the United States, but he was on that path, and that was great. I was really happy with a lot of the things that were going on as far as domestic policy.
Right.
I just I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about what's going on right now with Iran. I don't think, and I'm not an expert I'm not an intelligence expert or anything like that, but I don't know. Was there really an imminent threat to the United States?
Right. And
was there? I don't know.
Right.
We just basically bombed the crap out of them 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Why are we there again? Why are we doing this again?
Right.
Okay, so you could pull the line of, well, he's being manipulated by the deep state. They convinced him to do this, and he's doing all that stuff because they got to him. and then you have you have the other side that's saying, no, well, he's actually ending a war that started in 1979. With the Islamic Revolution, they death to America every single day. They effectively declared war on the United States and so on and so forth. Okay, great, but if they had the capabilities of actually hurting the United States, don't you think they would have done that already?
Right. I'm gonna quote a great mind of our generation, Dr. Evil. Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
A close one for you. I'm going to close it with this. Joe Kemp. I've met him. He's from our district down here, a district south of me. It was a 9/11 thing. That big thing I had. We have a big display of 9/11, and he came on over and I explained the display about it and everything. And he started telling me about his wife Shannon and what happened. And he said there's something wrong with her death, man. She was at a cafe in I think Damascus. I think it's something like one of those places over there, and the four of them got blown out. And he said there's something. I can't quote him because I don't want to get in no trouble with anything, but it just sounded like she was onto something and just disgruntled with the CIA operative in there and what's going on and why are we here type of thing. And Joe's no coward. He's not weak. Come on, Trump. If you disagree with him, you know what? Stop the name calling. I'm getting kind of tired of Trump's name calling, though. And people that was on his side. I can't do that, Joe. If you, wait, I want you to be on my show no more. I got it. Maybe just the theology's changed or whatever. I'm not going to call you a bunch of names and stuff. He's like a big baby sometimes. Never been told no, and that's what I'm kind of ticked off at Trump about. Show some kahunas yourself.
Yeah.
We know
that something's changed. Something happened. Some switch flipped somewhere.
Yeah, and I'll be the most blow this out there. But you heard Trump's running the show, the Israeli thing. In fact, his father was put in jail for tax fraud in 2003, and now he's French ambassador. Look it up, Charles Kushner. Yeah, he was busted. You know who busted him? Christie, the big fat guy, the big political guy from New Jersey.
Oh, Krispy Kreme. Christie.
Yeah, well, he was one of the guys who put him in jail. And if take him or leave him or not, but they went through all. It's a pretty bad family, and he's showing some of the. Well, it's Jersey, Joe, that area, organized crime. He's saying the Kushners, the dark stuff, and Jared was the one who did the negotiations in Iran, not Trump. That's his son-in-law, and so. And his building in New York is 666. I just think that's great. It's whatever street.
Yeah, it is quite interesting.
I don't know what avenue you've known better than me, but that's all I got to say, Joe. Is just I can pray for our country, pray for our leaders, and that's a good thing. But
pray for the president, pray for the decisions he's making, pray for our soldiers.
Yeah, and I pray that North Korea and China doesn't get ticked because Israel hit both of their embassies. And those guys,
I didn't hear that. When did that happen?
Yeah, I just heard it on the news the other day, and I'm going to look it up. I just heard it. I'm just going to hear it. But it's not their. And before I leave, do you know that the Persians invented chess?
I did not know that.
These people are not dorks. Okay, now the Arabs, you can beat them around, and they Allah Akbar skitty back. Mm-hmm. These people aren't going to. Well, they got it. Cyrus the Great. You start looking up their great warrior. These guys are badasses, and they're intelligent, incredible. If you develop chess,
they're also patient, my friend.
They are, and they're not. They're Persians, not Iranians. Okay,
right. Well, exactly the point, and they're also Semitic.
Yeah, Semitic, like us.
Exactly. Or
Aryan. They're Aryan. They're Aryan, actually. They're Aryan like us. They're not Semitic. I just looked at it. No, they're through the Aryan race, through Ham, Sheth, and Japheth. Shem is through Abraham and the Arab.
Yeah, that's the Semitic. That's the Semitic race.
They came through us, whoever we came. Yeah,
Japheth is the European.
So yeah, the European they're more Aryan. And I looked this up, so I'm gonna.
Interesting.
I'll have an answer directly where I got it from.
I'll have to look into that because I was under the assumption that they were part of the Semitic race.
That's why they hate each other. That's why it was Nebuchadnezzar and Cyrus. Mm-hmm. The Persians hated the Arabs. Arabs and Persians. They're not related. They would be related if they were Semitic.
I have to look. I have to check into that.
It'd have to be a tribe of Ishmael.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look into that
Okay,
because
I'm done.
if I may be misinformed then.
Yeah,
But
like I
because
said,
I was going to
maybe.
say is that the Semitic people are
Hmm.
generally a very patient people,
Oh, these
and
guys
and
are.
and they will wait you out.
Yeah, and
And you see that all over history.
the chest part, some of the things we're hitting, those helicopters were painted on the ground. There were dummies too that they hit. They put a bunch of decoy planes and stuff out there. So, okay, these guys are pretty much smarter than.
Well, I think that's a common tactic too. I
Yeah,
do, but
yeah. So
I don't know. We'll have to address
but-
that another night, though.
but
So Wayne,
yes,
someone that you respect right now, and what are they doing that inspires you?
out of them, I look at Tulsi Gabbard, that she's still holding the line.
Mhm.
I mean, not her, not the company line, but she's still as bright, and I still don't think, I'd be wrong, that she's not being puppet string mastered. I think she's still, as she said today, what's the intelligence? What are we going to be doing? What is the outcome? What is the objective? She's just not saying President Trump has seen the weapons of mass destruction and the she's actually sounds like she's got a mind, and she's got her own objective input in this instead of just reading the company line. And so I'm respecting her right now, and I'm seeing that she's, she didn't throw. I don't think she threw Joe under the bus yet. So, but the color guy card ticks me off because I met the guy. I met him, and the way he 11 tours, 11 tours of the Green Beret, and he lost his wife, and she, like I said, she was a smart one too. So I said a little prayer. Tulsi, hang in there, girl, lady, ma'am, sergeant, colonel, whatever she is, because so far she's showing what I think we should be showing. That what's the objective? What is the final outcome, Mr. President?
Yeah.
How are we going to finish this? You just said 6 weeks. She's a soldier. So
You said, first you said it was 4 days, and then now 4 days. Now it's 6 weeks. Now it's who knows how long it's going to take.
Right.
There's no clear stated objective in this. Is it regime change? Is it not regime change? One day it is, one day it's not.
How's that work for us?
Yeah, it's just all over the place, and so the messaging issue is a problem. Right. But we're going to wrap it up on that, my friend. Any parting words of wisdom? Any parting Wayneisms that you'd like to pass on before we start wrapping up?
As I told my oncology nurse, when I first got cancer, they said we're going to send you to oncology. I go, I thought you were going to send me to a cancer doctor. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know oncology was. I'm serious. I didn't know what the word oncology meant. So this is recent, not too way back a year ago or so, whatever it was. Talking to my oncology nurse, I said, Felicia, I have the answer to life. And if Trump would have called me before February 28th, he would have gotten it. Leave well enough alone and don't manufacture your own problems.
Amen to that, brother.
And she said, I'm going to go write that on my whiteboard. And she used F when she said it, like hit her. Just damn, this is coming from a cancer patient.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one. I got to remember that one too.
Leave well enough alone. If you do that, and don't manufacture our problems, and that's what they did. They did both of them. They didn't leave well enough alone right now. And you know what? I think if we're that incredible of a country, we could see some attacks. I mean, if they attacked us at something, then the whole world would say, they would be after 9/11. You know what I'm talking about? On September 12th. 2001, the world held its breath because everybody was terrified. At least I thought they were until George Bush sold us out. I would have loved to have been president on the 12th. Light them up. Just light them up. Whoever, Saudi Arabia, whoever was names were on it, just light them up. And nobody would have snipped at that. But to our soldiers, to everybody, to this country, to this planet, Lord, you know all things. And let your providence enter some of these people, because I know some of them that are out there. I don't think they're going to see their name in the book of life. And I'm not calling it. This is how the Bible says it. They're just people out there. They're just not going to do it. They're just not going to understand. And I don't know how much do people need. How much money do these billionaires really need? I mean, how many more billions do they have to make? I mean, somebody asked me. I said, man, shoot, get my boat fixed and all my bills paid off. And if I had about $3 or $4 grand a month, to hang her out with, I'm living like friggin' Jed Clampett now. Because the stuff I love to do, Joe, I can afford. I can. Yes. And that's the best thing about it. So All right. Blessings to you. And
Thanks, sir.
I'm going to catch some of your stuff here. I've been kind of looking back and forth, and I'm going to do a real, what do you call it? When you sit and watch a bunch of Purge, or what do you call it? The binging.
Binge watch.
I'm going to do a Joe Rooz binge watch here real soon.
You should.
Yes. I noticed that before I go, Joe Rogan, I don't know who he was interviewing. I don't know if it was for that moment, but they had a picture of Art Bell.
Oh, yeah. That's he's had that before. Yeah.
Okay, because I was go back in the '90s, early '90s. I would listen at 2 a.m. sorting mail to Art Bell. Oh, what's it, a Rockies? You're on.
I used to sneak listen to Art Bell when I was a kid. 2 o'clock
All right, Joe.
On the radio.
All right,
my brother.
Send me off, Joe. Send me off.
Will do. Okay. Folks, Mr. W, Wayne Rankin, thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you for moving up your time slot as well.
Yes.
Really
God bless. God bless. Still, God bless America.
Amen to that. And I have to change all the graphics and everything from Donovan's to yours now. So we'll get all that stuff squared away later.
Have a wonderful.
All right, brother. Thank you. God bless you. And I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
All right.
All right. Wayne Rankin, Mr. W, our Sasquatch expert. So, that was a treat. I haven't had Wayne on the show in a little bit, so it was great to have him on. And he has a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom, and he's great for a good story too. Oh man, he's great. All right, folks, let's wrap this whole thing up here tonight. All right, Diamond Dynasty Tax Group Legacy, 830-867-7106 is 830-867-7106. Why am I telling you? Because it is tax season. Got to file your taxes. Got to report to the government how much money you've made so they can tell you that you didn't pay enough in taxes through your payroll taxes and all the other taxes that you pay. So if you want to make it easy on yourself, give Diamond Dynasty Tax Group a call at 830-867-7106. They are fantastic. They really helped me out when I purchased the Asylum here, did the renovations, and built up the studio. They were fantastic. So please give them a call, 830-867-7106. Let them help you with your taxes. Not expensive, very qualified to do this stuff. They do great work. I'm telling you, they did. If you saw the amount of invoices and stuff that I had and receipts and all that stuff that they went through and made it so simple. So give them a call, 830-867-7106. Make sure you tell them that you heard it here on the Joe Rooz Show. All right. Shout-outs, of course, to our producers, executive producers, Wayne Rankin, Rosanna Rankin, Carolina Jimenez, Marissa Lee, and Anonymous Angela. Thank you guys so much for all that you do. Really do appreciate it. Folks, this group of people, they donate their time, their talent, their treasure. I follow the value for value model. It's very simple. If you are receiving any value from the content that we're putting out, all we're asking is to return that value in the form of a donation. You can do that very simply by donating your time, your talent, or your treasure. There are myriad ways you can help us out. And if you head over to joerooz.com/support, it's joerooz.com/support, you can find out all the ways you can do it. It's very, very simple. And even a caveman can do it. Remember that? Yes. Okay. So check it out, joerooz.com/support. All right. I do think that I am done for tonight. Folks, thank you for being with us tonight. Really do appreciate it. And when you have a chance, head over to the website, joerooz.com, and send us over a message. Email us, info@joerooz.com. We would love to hear from you guys. Your thoughts, your comments, cares, concerns, whatever. All right, tomorrow night, don't forget, Caramel Lucas joins us on a special Thursday show. Until tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Folks, make Texas independent again. Go podcasting. Keep a steady stride. And more importantly, folks, keep talking. God bless you. Have a great night.